And Marsh here with a rant about something I see all the time. Most industrial manufacturers suck at two critical functions necessary for revenue growth these days. The first is content creation, and the second is sales prospecting. Now, I could argue about how these are related, and indeed they are in some ways. I mean, great content with a strong content distribution and promotion program can build brand awareness, make prospecting easier. And great content is also a fabulous sales enablement tool that aids reps in their prospecting. But that's not my point here. There's a common thread between these two. In both cases, content creation and sales prospecting, most manufacturers make a clumsy, short-lived effort, and then they quit. You see, here's the thing. Most industrial manufacturers believe that their product, its features, and the technology is what wins them orders. They're accustomed to large percentages of repeat orders, often 50 to 70% from previous customers, and for those, they just have to answer the phone. Most of the others are inquiries from people who are searching either at trade shows or online for a specific solution, add them to a list of 3 vendors for a project. And they tell themselves that cold calling doesn't work in their industry. Their buyers are different and don't answer the phone, or they don't read emails. Every once in a while, when there's a sales dip, there's a panic. And then there's a few outbound sales efforts, often only one outreach attempt per contact. And those efforts are made without any technique training, coaching, or role playing. And, surprise, they don't work very well. Since they don't work, they give up. They wait for the economy to turn, and they try to close the few deals they have going in the meantime just by discounting or something. It's basically all the same reasons why they think that content creation is irrelevant. Our buyers don't use the internet. I mean, how many times have I heard that? Our buyers want to talk face-to-face. Our buyers don't want to read long articles, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But somehow, at some point, they decide to create a bit of content. Often we call it a newsletter. They make a set of blog posts. They say they're going to have a monthly newsletter. They post it to the web. They get about 4 of them done. Maybe a few months then pass, and they get the 5th one done, and then it ends. They don't have a flood of orders. They determine it doesn't work for their industry, and they quit. So just like the clumsy prospecting, the content creation has no strategy or tactical foundation. It's just an activity. They don't see results. They explain that lack of results as an issue with their buyers rather than their own implementation, and they quit. Both of these take really careful, well-planned, and rigorously implemented execution. There's no shortcuts, and both take time. They require patience, probably a quarter for prospecting to start to bear fruit, and a year for content. Both are incredibly powerful business growth tools, and sadly, most manufacturers just don't have the grit to do either well, consistently, or long-term. But I'll tell you, for companies that have the guts and grit to stick it out, they are business-changing opportunities. That's the kind of change that I help manufacturers implement. So hit me up if you're tired of giving up on action that would potentially change your business.